Okay, it looks like we're live now. Hi, loves. Welcome to a special live broadcast. I have the speakers from our Girl Heal Summit here, and I'm really excited for you all to meet them because they have some really incredible things that they'll be sharing at our Girl Heal Summit here coming up August 25th. And I want you to meet them and hear what they're going to be speaking about because they have a lot of wisdom. So, I'm Jennifer Lara. I'm the CEO of Her Empire Media, and what we do is help women amplify voices, and through things like this, right? Or creating spaces where more women can share their stories and their voices and create transformation all over the world. So I'd love to hear from you, Lynn, if you'd like to share a little bit more about what you do and your speaker title for the Girl Heal Summit.
Yes, thank you. So I'm Lynn Del Mastro Thompson. I help sensitive, visionary women who know that they're here for bigger things, but they're struggling with feeling safe being seen when they put themselves out in the world. And so my talk is going to be on the courage to be visible, stepping out of our shadows and into your own influence. So I'll be talking a bit more about how our nervous system can really get in the way of our ability to show up, and teaching some simple ways to start to move past that so that you can put yourself out there and you can attract more clients, attract more opportunities to yourself, and not be hiding in the shadows as the best kept secret at what you do.
Yes, especially for us high achieving women who are wanting to get out there more, right? Wanting to share their voice, doing all the things, and just ready to step into that and be more visible. So I cannot wait to hear this talk. Thank you so much, Lynn.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yes. Nadia.
Hi, my name's Nadia Sheik. I'm so excited to be here, and it's so powerful just being amongst everybody today. So what I'll actually be speaking about is actually my life experience of what I've been through and how to be your authentic self. So at the same time, too, the world's ever evolving, and there's people constantly going out of your life, or there's constant changes in the environment, or even going through some turmoil or anything like that. I'm going to be speaking about that a little bit more into details in relation to the summit, but that's just a little bit just about it. And just wanted to give you a little bit of advice on how you can actually become your own self and just be yourself.
Powerful. I cannot wait to hear it. Thank you so much, Nadia. Coach Ebby.
Yes, I am better known as Albany Riggins, and I am a relationship and feminine leadership coach, inspiring professional introverted women to unlock their feminine power to attract and date quality men. I will be talking about how to unlock the feminine energy to help you better align with the love that you desire in your life. So I'll be telling you about some frameworks that I teach in my program that I do as far as helping women to attract to um, love that they actually want, that's devoted and that's actually better aligned to what they desire in their life.
Well, that is beautiful and absolutely needed, especially right tapping into that feminine side. And, that's what we're all about at Girl Heal. So it's perfect.
Yes. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Ebony.
You're welcome.
Lorelai.
Hi, my name is Lorelai Kennedy. I own Storytime Bookshop. We're a specialty bookshop in a rural area, and I'm also a public speaking coach for women. What I really care about is empowering kids and women to communicate, collaborate, and have the confidence to stand in a room and know that they belong there because they are a human that exists in the world. My talk will be called Change Your Breath, Change Your Brain. And it is a mini public speaking training series session that is based on a breathing exercise that I've created, 10 breaths away, as well as professional theater training and a little bit of biology and anatomy all mixed in so that you can train like a pro, speak like a natural, and take center stage.
Yes, I cannot wait for that. I know all of us, especially here, right? We're doing a lot of public speaking and we're really putting ourselves out there. And it's really good to have that breath work and that training. So, a lot of combination of really powerful things that we're doing here. Thank you, Lorelai. Samantha.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so my name is Samantha. I am the owner of Wellness Evolving. I help busy Christian entrepreneurs and Christian women reclaim their health so they can walk in their divine purpose. So I'm super excited because I'm going to be sharing a story that is near and dear to me. It's called What Happened to Octavia. And it's really a cautionary tale for mothers who are looking to reclaim their health and reconnect with themselves. So within that time, I'm going to not only provide that story, but also give some helpful tips on how to start reconnecting with the self, starting with the gut. And I'll leave it at that. I'm super
Oh,
excited.
that's so good, especially that gut health, right? A lot of us neglect it a little bit, and it's part of the nervous system. It's part of all the things, and it's all tying together. I cannot wait to hear all these speeches. I'm so excited. Perla.
Hi, I am Perla Ortiz. I am the owner of Amor de Piel. I'm an esthetician. My chapter is called I Am My Parents' Daughter. So it kind of just tells the story of where I came from, who I am, and the trials and tribulations of life, and how we I guess, continue going regardless of how life knocks us down, right? We still get up and we got to keep going. So that is a little bit about my chapter.
That is so good. When life is lifing, right? You got to keep going.
Yes.
And I know Perla and I have talked about this together. And, you can still show up. You can still share your story, even when you're in that messy middle. Thank you,
Absolutely. That
Perla.
is the best. That is the best time to share it is when you have that
It
fire
is the best
inside.
time. When
Yeah.
you're in the middle of it and
Thank
when
you.
you've overcome it, all the things, right?
Absolutely.
Stephanie would
Yes.
love to hear from you as
Absolutely.
well.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Robinson. I am a movement teacher, an alchemist, a writer, and a sound healer, amongst many things. And I am so looking forward to this summit to share my story about how rock bottom is the beginning. And I will be sharing a deeply personal story of how I was going through a mental health crisis and awakening and enlightenment. They kind of go hand in hand, right? And how I ended up in a very dangerous situation in a psychiatric unit, and how I've built my life really from that very, very low place in the past 5 years. And I truly believe that the hardest things in our lives, the most challenging things that we go through, are divinely guided and truly the best things to ever happen to us, and life being our greatest teacher we could ever ask for, and taking those moments and having them be pockets of our teacher for the rest of our lives, and seeing how that unfolds. And my life happened, I think of my life as before and after this event, and I have never fully shared about it publicly. And I really look forward to diving into the presence of what that was, and then the aftermath of it, and where I am today.
Thank you, Stephanie. I love that rock bottom is the beginning. That was so good. And I can't wait to hear these stories because, right, even though they're hard to share, it's really that door. And so it's going to be really powerful and just a lot of vulnerability, but it's going to inspire so many. And I just can't wait to hear it from you, ladies. Thank you. Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy Sebastian. I'm the owner of Indulgence Lifestyle Studio in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I am a reflexology and wellness therapist, and I'm known for redefining facial reflexology and inspiring fearless self-healing. And my chapter in the Girl Heal book is called Becoming the Healer, and that is a very personal story that I never thought I would ever tell about my battle with chronic illness, raising 3 children during times of needing to support them, having a full-time job, running a business, all the things, right? And how
Yes.
you can overcome the system and self-heal.
Especially as a mom, right? There's so much to that. I cannot wait. And I'm really happy that you got to go into it in more detail in the Girl Heal book, right? Because you'll get to speak on it and then you've written about it. And we just want to hear all of it. So thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And now I'm excited to ask some really impromptu questions to some of the women here because after hearing what they said they're going to do from them personally, what they're going to speak on, I'm curious. And I bet you all are too. So I would like to start with Lynn, specifically because I thought this question was so perfect for you. What does it mean for you to step into your voice as a leader?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think stepping into our voice as a leader is finding the ways to express ourselves that feel good to us and aligned. So one of the ways I've been talking about this to a lot of clients is we all have different goals and different dreams. Like this morning, I was on a networking call with someone. She said, I feel really confident in a lot of ways, but if someone asked me to step onto a stage, that would freak me out, but maybe that's not someone's goal. So it's like finding your voice in a way that feels good. If that's written posts, if that's doing video, if that's being on a big stage, like what
I
feels
love
good to
that.
you?
Yes, that's the advice that I always give, right? There's no right or wrong way. It's what feels good to you. Thank you so much for sharing that, Lynn.
Yeah.
I would like to ask Lorelai, what do you think? Why do you think so many women play small, and how do we rise beyond that?
A lot of women play small because we live in a patriarchal society and it is ingrained often into the way that we are communicated to and with as children. And it's maybe not necessarily on purpose in a lot of families because we're all our own little cultural, subsection. Um, and so there's not a lot that folks feel like they can do, but we start here, right? We start with a group of women who have been through some things. We start with a group of people who now know these things and have a way to articulate them in a way that other people respond and resonate for that. And when you find ways to say the important things in a way that resonates not only with your own heart, with somebody else's heart, the ability to break that patriarchal ceiling, whatever it is for you in your family and in your specific circumstance, is the thing that allows us to not just stop playing small, but figuring out like how big do I want to get and just go for it.
Yes, Lorelai, you said all the things, and I totally get it. As somebody that's still dealing with that on the familial level, it can be really challenging, but I cannot wait to hear more from Lorelai. I know she'll have some really amazing gems to share, and specifically on that topic, right? And then I would like to hear this one from Stephanie. Stephanie, what's the boldest decision you've made that changed your life?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. I I recently just left a very lucrative yoga teaching position out of sheer self-respect for myself and recognizing that even though I was, one of the highest paid teachers, I was having sold out classes, sold out everything, all these things so good, all my clients from here, I knew that I was playing small. And I didn't know what was next. I had to completely jump into the unknown. But I left after being there from the day it opened for 3.5 years of dedicating hours of my week for years and years and years, building my clients. And I said, I need to go. I know there's more for me, and I know that this is holding me back. And even though I don't know what it's holding me back from, I'm going to go find out. And this summer has been the most expansive, trustworthy. I wouldn't have done this. I've joined, like, I've just invested in myself, and I believe in myself so much more because I knew that I needed to walk away to see my truest potential.
That is so empowering, Stephanie. I love to hear that. Like, that is definitely a very bold move, and I love that that question was so fitting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I did it 2 months ago.
I love that. That
Yeah.
is crazy. And honestly, sometimes it's that scary, big, bold move, right? That makes that next level transformation that you truly needed, right?
100%.
I can't wait to hear more.
Take the leap.
Take the leap, ladies. Take the leap. Perla, I have a good question for you too. Why is your session at the Girl Heal Summit so important right now? So Perla will be speaking at our panel discussion for our Girl Heal authors.
So, the reason why it's so important for me, especially right now, is because I feel like I'm just getting my voice back and learning who I am now, I guess, as a woman, opposed to who I was like 5 years ago. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm stepping out, and I'm trying not to be shy about it. Whereas before, I would have been afraid. I would have been, hid behind the curtain. I don't want nobody to know. And now it's like it's so important to get out there and tell your story, because you never know who is going to resonate with you, and who needs to hear what you have to say, because maybe they're going through the same thing and they might be in a situation that they don't know how to get out of. So yeah, so that's why it's important for me.
I love that. That is beautiful. And I think there's so much to learn from women who, are still in that season, and we want to feel that, we're not alone. So thank you, Perla. I can't wait. And your chapter is very beautiful. I can't wait for everyone to read that as well. Nadia, I would like to hear from you. What does healing mean to you personally?
Well, healing to me it's been like a journey on its own, because especially after everything that I went through, and I'm going to tell a little bit more because there's even stuff a little bit more than what's actually happened, because the most recent thing that happened, it's like literally half of you was totally gone. So healing is like day to day, like you're living it on a day-to-day basis, so each day is different for you. So one day you'll be crying and everything, and then the next day you'll be fine, and then you'll have your trigger moments, so you're going back and forth. But I'm in a space now where it's like I'm gotten a lot over that, and my healing phase is coming even more and more better. So I'm coming even more stronger and stronger than what I have been in the last 2 years. So I'm very grateful for that, and I can't wait to share that part a little bit more into detail.
Yes, Nadia, I'm so happy to hear that. And that's super inspiring, especially with all that you've been through. And I know you've shared on it more in the Girl Heal book, and you'll share more about it in the summit. So it's going to be really inspiring for everyone to hear. I would like to hear this one from Amy. Amy, what's the one myth about healing you'd love to break for women?
Oh, that's a great question, actually. Um, and I wish that I had the answer like 30 years ago. So, but the one myth is that, that it's hard, and yes, it is hard, but at the end the of that healing journey and through the process, you actually find yourself. And I think that that's something that people need to know, is that like the healing journey is about finding who you truly are and what you truly feel and what you truly desire. And people just think that you heal and then you're good, but no,
Yeah.
healing is a lifelong journey. And even when you feel like you've recovered or you're in a better space, there's still a long ways to go because we're always growing and evolving and learning and things like that. So I think the biggest myth is that once there is no such thing as you're healed. So
Yeah, I like that so much because yeah, a lot of people think that healing is linear. They overcome something and they like feel good and then something else comes up or it triggers them and they're like, "Oh no, I'm still broken." Which is another thing that's, when you're healing it doesn't mean you're broken either.
no, and it's like when every time you have an obstacle like that, you're not like, yeah, you're healing again, you're doing something else, but you're not broken, you're becoming.
Yes, that was so good. You ladies are dropping so many gems and I can't. It's literally lighting me up.
It's like you're becoming a butterfly, pretty much. It's like
Yes,
like a metamorphosis stage. So you're like in a
metamorphosis.
cocoon, and then all
Mhm.
of a sudden that butterfly feeling comes into play.
That's right. So
Yes.
beautiful, so beautiful.
Yes, that is beautiful. Thank you, ladies. And Ebony, I would like to hear this one from you. I think you would really like this one. What's one piece of advice you'd give a woman who's on the edge of stepping into her power?
Mm, I would say for that woman to really, really know exactly what it is that she wants, be clear on that, and have a vision for your life because that's so empowering to know that when you have a vision, you know exactly the path that you're trying to travel, and then you can create a plan from there. So I think that that's the beauty of it, knowing the vision.
I love that. I think that is very empowering to know that you can choose what you really want,
Mm-hmm.
and create that reality for yourself. And it starts there.
It
So
does.
thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Um, Samantha, I think you're the last one to share, right? Why would, or what's one thing you'd like to say to someone who's on the fence about joining
About joining what, like the
the
Girl Heal
summit?
Summit or the summit? Put yourself first. You deserve to be here. And I'm already thankful for all of the women who are already have already made up their minds they're going to go. But in addition to that, the ones that will probably come along the way just because other women have decided to step out. So if anyone is on the fence about going, someone mentioned like, you know, being in a place where they were uncomfortable. That is exactly where you need to be because that's where the growth is, and that better version of you can only be birth through that discomfort, just like the snakes, when they shed their skin and they have to go up against something rough in order to then create a new. So it's going to take some uncomfortable conversations. It's going to take some, you know what I mean? It's going to feel a little funny in the beginning. And then as you continue to do it, then you realize like, oh no, this is actually comfortable. Like I'm comfortable with doing this. I'm comfortable with setting boundaries, with showing up for myself. And so this to me is like the beginning of women showing up for themselves. So that would be all the reasons as to why they should do it.
Yes. And then I did want to ask you also, what does community and collaboration mean to you in this season of life?
To me, I'll just say really quickly, it's absolutely everything. Because as I've continued to step into my calling or whatever I think this next season is, it had to start with me, but the vision is so much bigger than me. So I know that I cannot do it by myself. And so I've realized the women that give me one second. I'm sorry.
That's
We're going. And so the vision that has come to me, I know it's not just for me. It's not just for my household, for my immediate family. This is for women who need to be transformed and healed in different forms and fashions. And I know that it is more than me. And because it's more than me, I know that I can't do it by myself. You don't really see men communing together, but like even in the Bible, when they talked about how the baby leapt, and that was the joining of two women together. And so when I think about Girl Heal Summit, I think about all of the energy and things that are going to transpire when women connect together and they nurture each other, they love on one another, they support each other. Like, that is why community is so important to me. And because it's so important, I know that it's hard to find, in my experience, I haven't found disingenuous women in this phase of my life, because we're all aligned at this point. You know what I mean? It's like you've gone through the smoke, you're up here now, you passed the clouds, you're seeing clearly, and everything else is just like coming into alignment. Like I say, it was like domino effect. So community is so important right now.
Yes, community is everything. And that's exactly what we're doing here at the Girl Heal Summit and inside our latte with leaders. And these amazing women are building their own communities. So you definitely want to step more into their worlds as well. And thank you so much for sharing that love. That was so good. And you really like got it all, you know? And I appreciate you ladies. Thank you all of our amazing speakers for sharing your light today. I know you're going to say some really incredible things that are going to be super impactful inside the summit. And thank you to our amazing authors too for really taking the time to write and share. Whole things has just been an amazing experience. I've been going through a lot myself right now, so this experience in itself has been healing for me. So this is the community, right? You want to be in the room with amazing women like this, and then 10 times better. Your life will come into fruition in the way that you would like it to, just like Ebony said, right? You create that reality when you decide you want that vision that you are creating. And so this is just a little taste of what's coming at the Girl Heal Summit. It's happening starting Monday, August 25th. And socials, that way you can connect with them as well and see more from them before you get to tune in. So thank you ladies so much. Thank you everyone who tuned in.